Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? My name is Robin. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys our update on our Canadian dividend growth-based stock portfolio. So we got lots of cool things in today's video. I'll show you guys what stocks I'm going to be buying inside my portfolio. I'll give you guys an update on our dividend income, and I'll give you guys an update on how we're kind of pretending to live off our dividend income and doing all the cool things we're doing with that. And just really quickly, guys, one of the big things I've been working on is building out my credit score. This is one thing I've been working on for the past year or so, and I finally got approved for my first real credit card, which is the Neo MasterCard. Going to be talking about it a little bit later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys, let's jump inside the portfolio and let's see how our stocks are doing for this week. Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? We're back inside the portfolio. So this is our Wealthsimple Trade portfolio on Wealthsimple Trade, of course. We have a total value of $104,000, $504 Canadian, and this is the portfolio we've been building on this channel for the past 3 or so years. And this whole entire portfolio is basically spread across two accounts here that you guys can see on the screen. We have the personal account and the TFSA, both accounts which took some pretty big hits over the past couple months. And we're going to dive in here and I'll show you guys how our stocks have actually been doing. So we've seen some pretty big dips here. I'm going to zoom out just a tiny little bit. So it is Tuesday, the day after the holiday, Victoria Day, and we are opening the market sitting at 0%, so not much changes right now. Over the past week, the TFSA is down -3%, so we did see a bit of a dip overall inside the portfolio. Over the past month, we're down -5%, so quite a big dip inside the portfolio. Obviously, the TFSA is more focused on the US stocks, and I'll talk about that later throughout this video, how the US market really is taking a big hit. But over the past 3 months, we're down -4%. 1 year return, though, is sitting at 2%, so we're still up a little bit, but as you guys can see, quite a bit of a dip over the last little while. And all-time returns, the TFSA is still up 7%. So even though the market's dipping, and we can see that nice little bit of a dip here happening kind of towards the end of April, things are still doing good. And I'll do a quick little recap on the personal account as well. This account is more focused on Canadian stocks, and I'll go through the stocks in just a second here. But over the past day, it's down 0%. Over the past week, we're up -2%. Last month, -4%. So more or less the same thing is going on here. Mostly the market overall is kind of dipping. And over the past 3 months, it is down -3%. And then the all-time returns for the personal account is up 3%. And this account is a lot newer than the TFSA. We started this account last year in April of 2021. So it's just over a year old. So you guys can see the differences between the two accounts there. And if we scroll through my TFSA here, you can see that my stocks, actually a lot of them have taken a pretty big hit recently, just like most people's portfolio. So you guys can pause this video if you guys want to take a peek at my holdings and whatnot, but everything pretty much for the most part inside my portfolio has taken a bit of a hit, but nonetheless, we're going to keep investing and we're going to keep growing so we can buy these stocks on sale right now. So before I go any further in today's video, I just want to take a minute or two to thank today's video sponsor, Neo Financial. And if you guys don't already know, Neo is a digital alternative to the big Canadian major financial institutions. An interesting fact to know is that Neo was created and founded also by the same people who made Skip the Dishes. The one thing I really like about Neo Financial is that they do offer a wide variety of different financial products on their website. You guys can see here that they do offer a Neo card. They also offer a Neo money account, and they do have a Neo mortgage as well as a Neo invest platform, which allows you to buy different investments inside your portfolio. So some cool different things here that the company is bringing to us. Now, the main thing that caught my eye with Neo was the Neo Cashback MasterCard, which has no monthly or annual fees. I signed up for the card earlier this month, and a few weeks later, it showed up in the mail. And as you guys know, one of the big things I've been trying to do on this channel is to grow my credit score. This has been something I've been working on for a while now, and as of right now, I'm currently using the Neo MasterCard to actually do that. The main perks of using the card is getting an average of 5% cash back on over 7,000 different companies across Canada. And as you guys can see, there's quite a few companies that offer a lot of cash back by using the Neo card. A lot of these are more popular ones like Walmart or Canadian Tire, but there's also some different ones here as well on the website that I'm showing you guys right here. And there's quite a few different options here and lots of different varying types of cash back that you can get by using the Neo MasterCard. If you guys want a full list of all the providers that you can get points from and cash back by using the Neo MasterCard, be sure to check the link in the description of this video. And while you guys are there, I just want to do a quick little shout out and let you guys know that if you guys do get a MasterCard, you apply for a MasterCard using that link, you guys can get $50 for signing up, and you'll also get a welcome bonus of 15% on your first purchase. So that's 5% on most regular partners at Neo, a 15% welcome bonus, and a 1% minimum cashback guarantee across all other purchases. I just want to say a big thank you for Neo Financial for sponsoring today's video. And in today's video, we're going to take a bit of a break from buying stocks. I'm just going to give you guys a quick little recap on the stocks I have been buying for this month. So a big thing to point out really quickly here is that if we take a peek at the S&P 500, it's one of the biggest holdings that I have inside my two main accounts here. The S&P 500 is down negative 18% year to date. So we're looking at a negative 18 or almost negative 20 drop since the start of this year. So obviously, if you're going to be buying the S&P 500, it's a pretty good ETF to buy. So we've been buying that. I've been focusing on that. The other thing to note is that also a lot of Canadian stocks are down too. I'm a big fan of the banks, and a lot of the banks are down too. So this is a graph of TD. We can see that TD is down negative 7% year to date. Obviously, it's not as much as the S&P 500, so I've been more focusing on buying some of those US stocks. But nonetheless, a lot of the Canadian stocks are still down quite a bit, so I'm kind of snagging them while we can. But if we take a quick little peek at Wealthsimple Trade, we can see some of the stocks I've been buying for this month. So I've been adding HYLD for a passive income, but a lot of VFV, a little bit of VDY, but a lot of the S&P 500 I've just been slowly buying, as well as our HYLD, which is our high dividend yield funds. Been looking at a little bit more passive income. But more or less my focus has been on the US market, just trying to buy in throughout the month, the past month or so, as things have been dipped, and hopefully we can kind of dollar cost it, average that money in. And you guys can see I've just been throwing whatever free cash I have, whether it's like $10, $50, $100, whatever I kind of have at the end of the day, I'm throwing it into the market. And I recently have been buying a little bit of the Canadian banks, as you guys can see. TD is my favorite bank, so I've been kind of picking up TD while I can, while it's on sale, as well as the S&P 500 for the past month or so. And of course, one of the big things on this channel, we're all about dividend investing. I've talked about it so many times on this channel. We're focused on dividends. We're focused on trying to build a portfolio that one day we can hopefully live off of our dividends. So for May, we got some good dividend payments. TD paid us some dividends. I cover this in all my videos, but we've just been taking that dividend income, and it will give you guys an update on the monthly dividend income in just a second, so you guys can see how much all these payments add up to. But of course, it's just small little payments here and there that add up, and obviously at the end of the day, they all go together and you get those nice big monthly payments. But one thing I also want to mention is I do keep track of dividend increases that happen here. I'm on dividendhistory.org. This is a nice little website where I can see different on the homepage, you can basically see different dividend increases, and a lot of my portfolio is focused on growth. Now, none of the stocks really held inside my portfolio have been increasing their dividends recently. They've kind of increased their dividends at the beginning of the month, but I also want to mention this because there's been a lot of Canadian stocks that have been increasing their dividends recently. We can see Loblaw increased their dividend by 11%, Suncor increased their dividend by 12%. So this is a cool little website where you guys can see all these different companies that are, whether they're increasing them, decreasing them, or changing their dividends. And we can also see Canadian Tire up at the top here, a cool little stock that I do like, has increased their dividend by 25%. So, it's important to know these things. It's always kind of cool to see. And when as a dividend investor, it's always nice to get those dividend increases because you're essentially getting more money. And of course, just really quickly, guys, before we end the video and we go into the next part, I'll do a quick little update on the monthly dividends earned. Just go through this really quickly, guys. But you guys can see we've just basically been building this portfolio since we first started, and the dividends have been quite stacking, and we're reinvesting those dividends. Of course, we're kind of having some fun by pretending to live off our dividends to some degree, and I'll talk about that in the next part of this video. But we've just been taking those dividends, reinvesting them. For April, we had a pretty good month at $364 for the total of me and my fiance's portfolios. And for May, we're looking at a total of $173. So a little bit less, but June is going to be a big month as well. And if we take all these months that we have here together, we add them up, we have total dividends of $2,797. So that's not a huge number when you think about it over the past 3 years or so. But you know what? It's starting to add up, and it's starting to get there, and it's growing quite a bit every single day. And here's a quick little graph to show you guys how the dividend income has been growing since we first started. I always like to show this to inspire anybody who's brand new. So if you're down here at the bottom and you're kind of on your 4th or 5th month and things are kind of a little bit slow, just stick in there, guys. Be consistent. That's the key. And eventually over time, you'll see your money grow. And that's pretty much how dividend investing works. It's really slow in the beginning, but if you stick with it, things do pick up. So as you guys know, one of the big things we've been doing in terms of these video updates is showing you guys how we're using some of the dividend income to do different things in our lives. I've been giving you guys updates in the past on how we bought things that we needed for the house, just some simple things, or how I'd go to the grocery store and pick up some groceries and whatnot. And one of the things we bought this week was a scrapbook. Now, if you guys remember, a couple videos ago, I've been talking over the past month or so about how we kind of been working on getting our budget under control. And one of the big things that allows us to save so much money and put so much money into the market and do so well is by having these different budgets. So one of the big things me and my fiance did is we made a $100 a month recreational budget. And this is basically where we would take $100 each month and use this to go for different things like going out to eat or going to grab a cup of coffee or different things like that. And we've been exploring new different areas and trying to do things in a budget or frugal way. And one of the big things we wanted to do is actually kind of create some memories while we do this, and it was actually a lot of fun to do these different things. So every single week, one day a week, we go to a new place, we have some fun, and one thing we wanted to do was start to grab some pictures. So we bought this cool little scrapbook. We got it off Amazon. It was about $100 or so. You know, scrapbooks aren't really cheap, so that's something we're kind of working on. But we bought the scrapbook, and we're going to be adding some more photos so we can start building some memories. Because honestly, guys, by doing these things and by limiting our how often we go out and whatnot, it's actually been really fun, and we've actually had some pretty good times. So we're gonna make a scrapbook. It's kind of a project we're gonna do, but we bought a scrapbook, and that's what we bought with our dividends for this month. So nothing crazy, nothing exciting, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on that. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see when I do these updates on a regular basis, if you guys want to be notified. So anyways guys, take care. Hope you guys have yourself a good week. Hope you guys are enjoying the nice weather, and I'll see you guys later.